It's been a while. It's been a while. Climate out here is crazy. Crazy climate. Climate out here is crazy. It's evil in the air, I'm telling you. Pure evil in the air. Y'all better stay away from it. Y'all better stay away from these evil women. I'm telling you. So man, listen. Y'all ever date a woman who you could never get her to admit that she wrong? If y'all ever dated a woman that y'all can never get to admit that she wrong, that just like accountability is like kryptonite to her. So if you notice, when you can have a woman dead to right wrong, you can have her like hemmed up, chokehold, and she is not gonna admit to what she did or admit that she wrong. It take a certain type of person to admit when they wrong. You know what I'm saying? What's up, my guy? What's up? But yeah, it take a certain type of person to admit when they wrong. It take a real sturdy person to admit when they wrong. And man, I've dealt with so many women that they just wanted me to be wrong. I'm the type of person, right? I'm a thinker. I'm an Aries. So I'm a thinker. By the time I come to you, I got all my shit together. I got everything together. You know what I'm saying? I got all my files kept. And I can keep files for a while. I'll let you stack up so many so that when I finally hit you with it, you ain't got nowhere to run. So most of the time, when you come to a woman and she know you got her, most of the times what she'll do is she'll crash out. So F that, I don't give, you did this, you was doing that, I don't care, I don't love you. That's what they gonna do when they wrong. But if you got a real woman, she's gonna admit, like, you know what, baby? You're right. I do need to check myself. I do need to work on myself. And I'm gonna tell y'all fellas something. When your woman won't take accountability with you, 9 times out of 10, she don't love you. Honestly, 9 times out of 10, she don't really want to be with you. 9 times out of 10, she got something else playing. Straight up, I'm telling you. If you can never get your woman to admit or bow down to you, 9 times out of 10, she don't want you. She's checked out. I literally had a woman tell me before, right? You could tell when I want to be done because I'll not do what you say. I'll not listen to you. And as a man, fellas, what do you do with that? What do you do if your woman look at you in your face and tell you, you can tell when I want to be done because I'll just get disrespectful and not want to do nothing that you say. I wouldn't listen to you. What do you do with that as a man? And most times, these women don't even know that you have a problem. You have a mental problem. You got a mental problem. A lot of women won't admit that they have a mental problem. And I'm telling you, man, if you are black, 9 times out of 10, you dealing with a female who went through so much trauma in her life. Right. It's not yours. It's just your turn. So I done dealt with a woman that, right, you know, I was doing all the right things, all the good things. Yeah, so I had a woman, right, that I used to do all the right things. I'm wowing her. I'm showing her real love because I knew she had never seen love even from her family. Her family was doing her wrong. Family was dogging her. You know, her family was using her and she was allowing it. And she told me she was allowing it because she didn't want to be alone. And I felt that. That woman told me she was letting people do her bad and dog her because she did not want to be alone. So guess what I do? I become the dummy. And I just felt sorry for her the whole relationship. The whole relationship. You know what I'm saying? So it got to a point where I used to tell myself that it's me. Like, I used to literally tell myself, like, nah, man, it's you, man. You need to check yourself. You need to do this. Anytime I would come to her and tell her, like, look, yo, I don't like what you doing. I don't like what you saying. I don't like how you moving. She would just come right back with something that I do. She would never mention nothing until I mention something that she's doing wrong. Never. Never. So it got to a point where, like I said, I added up all my files. I kept all my files. And by the time I came to her, she couldn't do nothing but crash out. So what? I don't care anymore. I don't care. This is what she would do when I would stand up for myself. When I would tell her, nah, I'm not taking that. No, you're not disrespecting me. Exactly. Female narcissist. Yes. To the point where I would play those videos, right, that they got on IG. I would play those videos that they got on TikTok, right? And every time I would play those videos, if you're dealing with a person that she's a female, bro, she would literally get to moving and, you know, like it was an exorcism or something, like a demon was coming out her. Like she was like, she'll start like moving around and huffing and puffing. She'll leave the room and start snapping. Anytime I play any of those self-help, dealing with narcissist videos, she will go bananas. Yes, rage out. She would be wrong and rage out. So I was doing all that. So when I finally came to her, and let her know, like, no, I'm not dealing with this. No, you disrespectful. You're not sitting in my house disrespecting me. You're not. I'm not allowing it. So what I did was I started taking stuff from her. I started taking things from her that I would normally do. I stopped guiding her. I stopped helping her fix herself. I stopped all of it. And she could tell. And she started missing it. And then started blaming me, telling me I'm not who she thought I was. You're not the man I thought you were. What? The dummy? I told you I won't be in him no more. That's it. That's out. No more dummy. That's out. See, you love the dummy. You don't love the man. You can't deal with a man. You can only deal with a dummy, a simp, a sucker. And I ain't that. So once I took all of it away from her, she started raging out. Like start being super disrespectful. Yeah, I was enabling her. So now that it's time for her to put up a shut up, it's time for her to lead her own life, guide her own life. She didn't know what to do, and she started just doing anything. So, you know, I even brought her into Islam. Do you know that she wouldn't read the Quran unless I read it to her? I literally was reading her the Quran like a bedtime story. She would not touch the Quran unless I was doing it with her. How are you a true believer? Yeah, she felt like she was losing me, but guess what? She ain't want to do nothing to keep me. I remember one night laying down, I asked this woman. She just spewing out stuff. I've been there for you with a lot of stuff. I said, name some things that you've been there with me through and how. Name them. I've been there with you through a lot of stuff. Okay, name them. A lot? Okay, name them. She couldn't name nothing. I said anything besides a couple of dollars. Anything besides money. And see, her other thing is, another thing is, She doesn't value anything besides money. So if it doesn't have a monetary value to it, she doesn't really value it. You know what I'm saying? I even found something that she liked to do. Got her started with a thrift store, an online thrift store. Got her started with Islam. I had to push her I had to push her to register the business. Can y'all tell me that this girl has never did anything to further me? To further me. It was all her. It was all me doing for her. And the way she did it was, if you can't do this for me, I ain't doing this for you. So forget everything I had already done for her. Nah, it's what you did for me today. So she wasn't willing to be the person that I was to her unless I started first. So she would do something foul to me. And instead of her apologize, making it right, she would just like give me silent treatment. The energy in the house would be so trash. It would be so trash. She would mope around, give me the silent treatment. She would be petty and keep walking back and forth in the room, knowing I'm in there, waiting for me to say something to her. And I would always have to be the one to be the bigger person. And she started using that. She started looking forward to that. She would never apologize to me. She crashed out one night in front of my daughter, in front of my 14-year-old daughter one night. So she left out the house, and she would even walk out the house with her bags at 1 and 2 in the morning when I would approach her and tell her about herself. She would walk out the house 1 and 2 in the morning. So one night, I was like, man, I'm not chasing this girl. I'm not chasing her. I can't do it. I can't chase her no more. Not tonight. But something in my spirit kept on making me like, no, go get her. Go get her. Go get her. So I left out behind her after about 5 minutes. She had made it about 20 minutes away from the house. So as I'm driving, this white van turns right in front of her on the street that she was about to walk across. Turned right in front of her. He slowed down inside a parking lot and was just looking at her. And I'm telling her, do you understand sex trafficking is real? You out here, 2 in the morning, with a dog, with your little Shih Tzu in a bag, carrying around 2 heavy-ass bags. If they wanted to stop and grab you, what are you going to do? You're not going to leave the dog because you're too emotionally attached. You're not. You would have been somewhere sex trafficked. And I make her watch those types of things. I watch those types of things with her to keep her aware. I'm literally a good man. I'm literally helping her find her passion, her purpose. But she is so emotionally torn down and messed up in the head that she will make herself believe that she is okay and that it's everybody else's fault. And I couldn't take it no more. I couldn't take it no more. And it's like, so I started bettering myself, went to school, started doing my YouTube thing, my interviews thing. Yeah, y'all follow me on Instagram. Take the shot MMC. Take _the shot MMC on IG, man. Follow me, man, so y'all can see my journey. And you would be able to tell from the times where I wasn't really doing anything, dealing with my purpose and my passion. And then you'll see where I picked up and started putting myself first. She did not like that. You can just tell. Even when she would like, oh, congratulations, I'm happy for you. It was no feeling in it. Like, when I don't help her, everything she does stops. But when she wants to be sneaky, and do things behind my back, she will put so much focus in it. And I'm trying to tell y'all, man, if y'all dealing with a female that sounds like this female that I just said, yeah, no, she ain't deserve me. No, she ain't deserve me. But see, that's the type of heart I have, man. I'm a good-hearted person. You know, I go off. I know how it feels for people to give up on you. So I don't want to be that person that gives up on somebody else. And sometimes it tears me apart. But I'm so strong because I've been through it so many times that I'm kind of built for it. And that's a messed up way of thinking that I have, that it's okay for somebody to do that to me because I'm built for it. You know what I'm saying? Because, see, I look at it like, you think you getting over on me. I'm really just letting you hang yourself. And she hung herself bad. So one night, you know, she wasn't doing any romantic stuff. She wasn't doing any romantic stuff for me. She wasn't even telling me she loved me. So a couple of times I'm like, hey, you ain't tell me you love me today. And she'll send me a text message. So one night she on the phone with one of her friends. Who was supposed to get married, but the guy called it off. It was a black girl. She was dating this Indian man. I know she met him offline for a visa. She was gullible. She didn't know that. So she wasn't trying to get with the program that he was putting down of they got to go back to India to get married, and then they got to be married here too. So she wasn't with that. So he called it off. Told her he needed space. It's not working out. So this particular female friend of hers started to call her even more, like all through the day, all day long, all through the day. So one night I hear her on the phone talking to this female, and they were getting off the phone, and all they was, yeah, well, you need to get some sleep too, da da da. And I just hear, love you too. Like, what the hell? Love you too? So I'm like, hold on, you don't even tell me you love me. And you was feminine about it. You were very feminine when you told that girl you love her. You don't tell me at all. You don't show me emotion at all. Don't show me emotion at all. And I'm like, who do you think you are, and who do you think I am? Who do you think I am? I'm like, so we get into it. So she like, I'm like, how do you think that's cool? You don't even tell me you love me. Because I don't love you anymore. In my house, in my home, how do you think you can still be in my home and you don't love me no more? So what plan do you have that you think you living in here and you don't love me no more? And you think you could tell me that? So my question to her was, why are you still here? Why are you here then? Oh, because you can't go nowhere. Oh, your plan was to keep going along, keep disrespecting me, and then once you get yourself together, you was just going to abruptly be out. Man, listen. Nah, I ain't trying to be one of those tit for tat guys. But you gonna learn. See, because it hurt her more when I stopped being the dummy. When I stopped feeling sorry for her. I was feeling sorry for her, man. You got to understand, like, the things that she told me about her life made me feel like, dang, man, like, it's really people out here doing people like that, dog. Really?